bit different than what we have done in the past. I'm going to talk a little bit for a very short time about this Vial of Life medical information kit. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about the H1N1 flu virus. And then I want to open it up to really what the reason I set this situation up in the past was to really ask your doctor. I haven't had much in 2 years of audience participation, much less than I thought we would have when we started. It turned out to be a series of lectures rather than a series of questions. So today it's going to be very short, and I'm going to open it up for questions if there, hopefully there will be some. And we'll talk about anything and everything that you bring up. So we'll begin with this Vial of Life medical information kit. In September of 2008, we passed out one of these to every resident in the building. And this is a refrigerator magnetized packet with the information in the back, which I'll pull out in a moment. And it is, was inaugurated by the San Diego County Aging and Independent Services. And it's an excellent idea. And as Mary and I sit on the north side of the building and see the ambulances come and haul people off right and left, they're always by themselves. There's never a family member or anybody with them. And fortunately, most of the time they can talk. But there obviously will be occasions when the patient can't talk. And then who gives the information to the emergency room people that they need? Well, this is a means of doing that. And on the front of this packet, it says what to do when you call 911. So we'll go over that first. The first thing they'll ask you for is your name and your phone number and your address, and then what the emergency is. And you can just say that the person is on the floor, the person is unconscious, the person can't breathe, whatever. And then if there's somebody available else in the apartment besides the person who's calling, they should kind of go down and be prepared to let the people in, or be prepared to be with them when the emergency people arrive. Now, I want to go over what the Carlsbad by the Sea protocol is for emergencies. And I think you all know this because most of you are long-time residents. But if there's a problem in your apartment, you should call the nurse on duty at assisted living. And the extension is 2345. And that person will pull out your CBTS fact sheet for the emergency medical people. However, it just seems prudent to me to have this packet available within easy reach, that somebody can just pull it off the refrigerator or wherever it is located in your apartment and hand it to the EMTs, or give it to the person who's taking you to the hospital if you're not using the ambulance services. Now, as I said, I passed these out in September, and then in October of last year, we passed out the information sheet to bring the information up to date. The information which is included in this packet is on a single sheet of paper, 2 sides. Nice large print, thanks to Odvar who did it for us. And it contains all the information that would be needed by anybody who's going to take care of it if you couldn't communicate yourself. So we'll briefly go over this form again. And this October I will pass out again a sheet with an accompanying letter to each and every resident. Now, the reason I put this on the schedule for the Ask Your Doctor for September was because we've had so many new arrivals. And I want to be sure that everyone that has these things available to them and is prepared to use them. And as I look new arrivals, and I'm sure there are 15 or 20 others in the last year that really should have this. All right, now this sheet is very simple. Name, address, phone, and so forth. Name of your insurance company, your Medicare number. And then a very important thing is, if you have an advanced medical health care directive, it should be enclosed in this packet. And you need to be careful to write down who your spokesperson will be, or who your agent will be, or who has your medical power of attorney, and their phone number, so that the hospital or the emergency facility can contact them if it's required. Now, if you have a please do not resuscitate order, that also should be enclosed in this. And then, of course, your relatives, their name, phone numbers, and then we have a space for religious affiliation if there is one. We also have a space for what to do with your pet. If you have a pet, a lot of cats around here, somebody's got to take care of them. And then the medical information, your primary physician, your medical record number if you have one, your dentist, your pharmacy, your mortuary if you have a preference. And then finally on the back, food and drug allergies, past medical and surgical history, and a section that we use for do you use any medical devices? Dentures, hearing aids, glasses, canes, walkers, canes, scooters, oxygen, cardiac pacemaker, CPAP machines, whatever you happen to use in a medical device should be listed there. Because when you hit the emergency room, they see this and they want to know what you have and what you may need. And then finally, your medications. And the reason for passing out this yearly is because medications do change, and they should be kept right up to date. Now, any questions on the Vial of Life? No questions.
Are there extra kits available?
Yes, I called the independent aging services for San Diego County, and I got 50 more packets because I knew we would use at least 20. And then anybody who's lost theirs, needs another one, whatever, all they need to do is to give me a call and I'll put one in the box in your slot. Okay,